Hi there. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. You know who's on air again today is your boy Stephen Dossou, all the way from Togo, Togo. Well, today I want to talk to you about something. I want to talk to you about the most powerful force in the world. I want to talk to you about the force that literally keeps everything alive. I want to talk to you about the force without which we will not call humanity humanity. I want to talk to you about that force which, if it's not there, we'll have everybody walking around the face on earth like zombies. And that is hope. Yes, you heard me well. I want to talk to you today, ladies and gentlemen, about hope. A few days ago, a friend of mine, very close friend of mine, called me. He's African. And I don't want to call the country. He's from the southern of Africa, the southern part where you have your SADC, you have your South Africa, your Malawi, your Mozambique, and you name it. He's from the southern side. And just like me, about 13 years ago, he left his home country, one country to the next, for the sole purpose to, what people will say, make it, right? For the sole purpose to, create a better circumstance for himself and create a life in which his needs are fulfilled. He's able to send money back home, the life that basically everybody want to live. A life where your need don't supersede your ability to fulfill those needs. Do you hear what I'm saying? Well, almost just like me, he's had his fair share of struggles as well. Now, I'm not in a comparison business. This is not for me to say that my comparison, the things I've been through are greater than his, or the things that he's been through are greater or lesser than mine. But the fact remains that whenever we are going through a struggle, and that doesn't matter whether you're the president or whether you're the billionaire, when we are going through a struggle, it's always a personal journey. They say happiness can be spread, true, but when you're going through a challenge, an inner challenge, a problem that you're encountering from the deeper side, a problem with inner suffering, you go through it by yourself. When a woman is giving birth at the hospital, the father may say, "We are having a baby," but the truth of the matter is the woman is having a baby. So the struggles, the challenges that this friend of mine have gone through over and over again. At some point he was living in Cambodia and he couldn't even afford to pay his $11 rent. For almost 2 years, he was homeless, he was depressed, suffered drug problems. He dated this girl that led him into drugs, alcohol. He tried, within these 13 years, he tried more than 17 kind of businesses, and none of them has flourished. So listen, I believe that unless blessed, unless you are able to connect to the divine source to give you that strength to keep going, if it's not that, a human being can only take so much. And I mean, I'm talking 17 businesses. To give him the credit, he's finding, the strength and tenacity to keep trying again. So he called me. Let's call him Joe for the sake of this podcast. Joe called me and he said, Steve, look, you know what? I am done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done trying to make it. My story has been 13 years now. It's been full of ups and downs. I am done. I don't want to do this anymore. All I want to do now is just to live one day at a time until that which is called death comes and take me away. If you're listening to this podcast right now, I want to ask you a question. Have you ever been in the situation of Job? Or perhaps you are going through that right now. Or you know someone that has been in the situation of Job or is going through that right now. Basically, there is someone that you know, or you that are listening to me, perhaps it's in your relationship, perhaps it's in the business that you're trying to build, perhaps it's in the friendship that you're trying to build, perhaps it's in the job that you've been trying to get promoted over and over again, perhaps it's one particular area in your life that you're trying to get above all. You're trying to grow in, but you've tried everything and you keep hitting the wall like Joe. And as a consequence, you've lost HOPE. You've lost it. There is such a thing as hope gained and hope lost. Forgive me if I make this religious right now or spiritual or whatever you want to call it. But, the Apostle Paul, one of the greatest minds, he wrote about half of the New Testament, half of the Bible in many books there. He says that the three great forces in the world are hope, faith, and love. And some people will argue that the greatest of all being love. But what is love without hope? You see, love does not envy. Love does not boast. Love support. Love lifts up people. Love is there to guide and support. But just like love, just like anything in life, love also suffers its own challenges. Love also suffers its own critical moment. I know a friend of mine that had his grandmother that was in love with his grandfather. And the history is told that there was 10 years in that relationship of his grandmother and his grandfather that the grandfather went astray. He cheated. He did all kinds of things. And for 10 years, this woman waited for this man to come back home. She was said, they told him, look, get away, divorce this man, go and start a new life. She said one thing, that I will not give up on my husband. Why? And this is what she said. She said, because I have hope. Not only do I love him, because I have hope. And where there is hope, as long as we continue to have hope, then the sun shall shine upon our dreams. I've come to tell you today, ladies and gentlemen, that if you can just hold on to hope, the sun shall shine on your dreams as well. So what is this concept of hope? What does that have to do with faith? What does that have to do with love? And what does that have to do with Joe, my friend, that has thrown the towel in the accomplishment of his dream, his life purpose, because of life beating him up over and over again? Maya Angelou says that I've hoped for a lot of things to happen, but the challenges of life have beaten out of me the will to dream, the desire to achieve, and the strength to conquer. That's what life does. Life will beat things out of you. That's what they say. If he was rich, everybody would be tall, rich, skinny, and blonde. But it's not easy. So I want to ask you the question again today. Where is your hope? I know life is trying to beat it out of you. I know you've gone through a series of challenges. I know you can say right now that, have you been through the things I've been through? Have you encountered the pains I have encountered? Have you seen the things I've seen, Steve? Steve, if you've seen the things I've seen, if you've encountered the things I've encountered, then you would have written on hope. But let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here, and I have seen some of the worst side of mankind. I'm here, I've gone through some of the most challenging things. But let me tell you something. From hope I come, from hope I belong, and from hope I hold on to. So what is my message to you today, ladies and gentlemen? What is my message to you today? My message to you today is this: that there's a creator of earth and all things are in it. At the beginning was the word was with God, and the word was God. My message to you is this today: that when we plant, and hear my words carefully, I didn't say when we just believe. No, I said when we plant our faith in the creator, when we put our whole trust and being in the creator, and I'm saying this to you, there's nothing we cannot do. I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. I'm telling this today, that listen, when you put your faith in the creator, because he's got a plan for you. Come on, somebody. There's a reason why you were born. And who else can reveal that secret to you? Who else can put you on that path? Who else can keep you on that path if it's not for the one that has created you? I mean, think about it for a second. You go into a laboratory, you create a robot, and there's a manual to it. Who else will know exactly how to fix that robot if it's not you, or at least the people that you pass on the knowledge to? And the problem that we are having nowadays, the problem that my friend Joe has had, is that he's been trying to get this thing of life done without the creator on by his side. I mean, I was sleeping in a shack of $20 where mice and cockroaches will come and eat your food and bully you on top. I would go to the street hawking stand every single day, wearing same gym for more than 3 months, washing overnight, put it back on again, being spat on by the lady in the church that said, "Dad, I don't want to date Kwere. Kwere's Kwere, the South African racist name for a foreigner." After I've been through so much, I walked into that church that afternoon, and let me tell you something. I was feeling exactly like how Joe was feeling. And I told the pastor, look, it's been more than 2 years now that I've been trying to do this. I've been trying to make it, you know what I mean? I've been robbed, my arm almost cut in half. I've tried all kind of training courses, jobs, nothing is working. And he said to me, "Do you know why?" I said, "No." He said, "It is because you've been trying to do it by yourself." God, somebody help me, Lord. He said, "Steve, you've got to do it with God." And he said, "As from today, Stephen, you're going to do it with God, and you'll fail no more." That is why, you know, I see people that will, that will hold on to God and pray as soon as they got the things they want, and then bam, they are gone. No, 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 no. If you don't hold on to God, there's not gonna be nothing to pray for you, nothing for you to pray about. If you don't hold on to God, there's not gonna be nothing for you to talk about. If you don't hold on to God, your blessings will be gone. There's this, David wrote this psalm. He says that the table is dressed in the presence of my enemies, and my cup runs over. My cup overflows. If you don't hold on to God, your cup will run dry. Instead of it being an infinite source of which you can quench your thirsts, and it becomes a limited source upon which you take the first drink, and that's it. That's what happens. That's what happens when we let go of God. We basically take out of the cup the infinite ability for it to quench our thirst. Oh, somebody come and hold me. I'm going spiritual right now. You hear what I'm saying? When we let go of God, we take out of the cup the infinite ability for it to overflow. And that's when we start thinking in limitation. That's when we start thinking in lack. That is when we start thinking that if I can just have this amount of money, I will be happy. Well, money can surely make a down payment. It can definitely make your wife respect you. But can it give you all the things you want in life? Can it give you soul and spirit fulfillment? No. Are you familiar with the concept of purpose torture? Where you're working, you're making money, but deep down in your soul and spirit, you know that something is missing. Oh, listen, I mean, Josephina got into my inbox on LinkedIn 6 months ago. She's the vice president of a major company in the world. And he said, Steve, I want to talk to you. I've never spoken to her. I don't even know her. He said, Steve, I want to talk to you. Let's get on a call. She said to me, Stephen, listen, you don't know me. I don't know you. But I can tell you something, that if all things are equal, ceteris paribus, I can feature on the list of the top 10 richest people in the world. Woo! Right now, I play the role of a vice president of a company, but I own more than 39 businesses around the world. And that includes oil and gas, commodities, cars, many. But deep down, there is something missing. And I told her, I said, purpose. She said, yes, you got it, Stephen. That's what it is. Because I am feeling purposeless. Even though I have the money, even though I can stand up right now and buy anything I want, I am feeling purposeless. And I said, yes. Until you find that which the Creator has created you to be, and walk on that plan, you encounter what I call the purpose torture. And sometimes in the path of synchronizing with that purpose, we encounter a lot of challenges, and sometimes it's challenges, it's tornadoes, it's tempests, it's earthquakes that the Creator Himself is causing, so that you can realize that and get back with it. But no, we are far too off. The book of Isaiah says the distance between God's thought and our thought is different. It's like the difference between earth and heaven. Woo! And on that way to encountering that purpose, we go through challenges of life to the point where we are crushed by our own existence. Whoa. I've got a message for you today, ladies and gentlemen. I've got a message for you today, right now. I've got a message for you today. I want to speak to somebody that's listening to me right now in their heart and mind and soul. I want to speak to somebody that is seeking for the source to quench that thirst. I want to speak to somebody that is looking for ways to grow. I want to speak to somebody that's looking for ways to unlock that chain that's been holding them back. I want to speak to somebody that's looking for ways to find happiness. I want to speak to somebody that is suffering from deep down their soul, in that relationship, in that job, that feel like they are stuck in life. I want to speak to somebody today, and I've got one word for you: hope. You've got to have hope. Whether you are young or old, you've got to hold on to the lifeline. Hold on to it. Hope. Faith, hope, the substance of things hoped for. That's faith. Faith is the substance of things hoped for. Hope. Faith, substance of things hoped for. Hope, faith, substance of things. Listen, faith is the substance of things hoped for. What are you hoping for right now in your life? Are you hoping for things to go right for you, or are you hoping for things to go wrong for you? Hope. One of the most powerful forces in the world. What will life be if you don't look forward to tomorrow? What will life be if you don't look forward to having a happy marriage? What will life be if you don't look forward to building a successful business? What will life be if you don't look forward to releasing and maximizing our God-given potential? What will life be if you don't look forward to something? No. If you are like Joe and life has beaten you to the pulp, if you are like Josephina that has accomplished all things, yet you're feeling that deep down there's something missing, or perhaps you are right now going through what I call the valley of shadow of death, and just like Joe, everything around you has collapsed and you don't know what path to take anymore, or you are lonely, you by yourself praying, hoping that, look, or maybe even you are close to committing suicide. You say, look, I'm done with this, I am checking out. No, let me tell you something today. There's a reason for your creation, and God is inviting you. God is inviting you today. You see, purpose is the invitation of the creator to participate in your accomplishment, in your reason for creation. That's what purpose is. So you are being invited today. I'm inviting you today that whatever you're going through, there is light at the end of the tunnel. There is hope. I want to invite you today that, listen, it is possible for you. It has been possible for many other people out there. It is possible for you too. It is human to experience doubts. It's okay to be afraid sometimes. But if there's ever one chance in a million, one in a billion, for me to hold your hand, so together we can rise to the top, using the power of hope, then I want to hold your hand, my brother, my sister, so that together we can rise to the top. There is hope for you, and I want you to know that. My name is Stephen Dossou, all the way from Togo, Togo. Remember, you can be great, and I will see you on top. Bye-bye.